Yo, Battlefield people, are you tired to flying with your mouse like this and your keyboard like this? You know, are you tired? Check what I got. I got a solution. I got this amazing HOTAS right here. You pull it out like this and you get some nice kills, okay? The only problem is Battlefield 6 and Battlefield 2042 does not support plug and play HOTAS. So I'm gonna show you the 3 programs I use to mimic, pretty much 3 programs I use to play on Battlefield 6 and 2042 or any Battlefield with HOTAS and have fun and have head tracking support, because I got a camera right here. The camera right there tracks my face. Look at that. See, I'm twisting my head and I'm looking around. And you can also twist your head like outside. You see that? You can go like this. You can go up, underneath. You can go down. I want to look up, I look up. You see? I want to look left, I look left. And all the movements I do, look up, look down, look around. Because when you're flying, you want to look left. There's might be a jet next to you or a helicopter, you know. Look around. So that's important, but not as important as using these sticks right here. Because this is, I've been flying since Battlefield 2, and it's crazy. But Battlefield 2 is like what came out 2005 had HOTAS support. You can just plug these in and it would be profiled in there already. And Battlefield 6 and 2042 doesn't have it. That is crazy. And I'm here to fix that. So it's going to be a long ass video. This video is going to be 30 minutes, maybe an hour long, because you have to map these joysticks. You have to use certain programs. You have to do a lot of things. But once you do it, it is amazing. You do it once, spend 30-40 minutes, and you're done. So follow me. Let's go. All right, Boogang crew. So we're here. We're at my screen. So this is how you do it, step by step. And guys, be patient, because it takes time. But check this out. You're gonna have a folder like this: Battlefield 6 HOTAS by Yuri DTV. What you do is you go on it and you say extract all, and that's it. Now you will have a folder like this. With this folder, what you do, you have face tracking. We'll install that later. And you have the most 2 important programs. You have 360 emulator, and you have hid hide. Okay, so what you do first, because I have all these installed, is you go to your computer, go to your folder, go to your go to your one of the hard drives, and put this program on one of your hard drives. I would say this: do not run your games off a C hard drive, because I would say run Windows only. Your games and your apps should be like right here. Like, see, I have Battlefield, I have here. Because when your Windows crashes, you will lose everything. But if your Windows crashes on C and you had everything on D, you're good. You just install Windows and everything is still there. So this is what we do. You see this? I have 360 already here. We drag it here. We put it there, okay? Second, hid hide. Run the hid hide, okay? I already have it, but run it. Run it. Once you install it, you should come up with programs like this. Actually, locate where is hid hide installed. So see, I go to options, and my hid hide, usually hid hide likes to install to the C nefarious software. So let's go. Where is it? C. Okay, we go program files, just regular program files. And where's that? Nefarious software solution. Hit hide, and this is what you do. You go more options, because Windows 11 is stupid, and you go send, and you send it to desktop. Okay, send it to desktop. See, there you go. I have one on desktop, but I don't need it because I have one already in my, what do you call it, in a folder. So what I would suggest is putting the, once you put the 360 360 in here, make a copy of it, or don't make a copy. Go to send and send it to desktop as well. And then after that, create a folder like I have right here on the right side called games folder. This is where you launch all the apps, right? So I'm going to delete this. Okay, so check this out. You have you have three apps in here. You have your EA to launch your Battlefield. You have your 360 to launch your joystick emulator, and you have your hit hide. Let's go. I'm gonna start with the 360 first. You launch 360, you go to issues right here. You're gonna have issues. It's gonna tell you I have an issue. And here's the thing what you do. You have to check this out. You have to install. It's gonna say install this right here. Select tab issues. You see select issue tab and click on install button. Install VDM bus driver. This is the driver. Pretty much it gives you an emulation of your 360. Install that. Once you install that in issues, right? Once you install in issues, restart your computer. Now, also important, before you do all this, you have to get your drivers for your HOTAS, you know, because we have HOTAS here. Get your HOTAS, plug it in computer, install the drivers, and you have to have drivers on it. Now, you go on here, launch it, devices. You will be able to see your devices right here, X52, okay? So what you do, we're gonna set up a brand new controller. Controller 1, enable controller 1. Now you add and you add X52. Okay. Now that we added X52, you see your buttons on here. Each button means something. So you click on, let's say, arrow up. You click arrow up and you click a button on the joystick right here, right? So you click, then you go Y. You click on the letter Y and then you click on your button. But here's the thing. I'm going to tell you something very, very important. The thing is, do not use Y, X, B, or A for any outputs, okay? Use only these right here. Use these sticks right here. Use these buttons right here. Use these, or use all of them. Leave. You can use actually X and B, right? X and B. Leave Y and A untouched because you're gonna map Y and A to right here. If you have X52 up and down, and I'll tell you why that later. Okay, so once you map everything, right? You map everything out, everything, look at that, everything works perfectly. You see you're moving your this, blah, blah, blah. You're shooting, you know, everything works perfectly. After you map everything, do not close, do not press X, do not close it. You have to minimize it. Because if you close it, a lot of people, I did this video before, and a lot of people were closing it and they were not getting, look at this. It says unsuccessful minimize application, okay? Minimize the application. So before we minimize it, check this out, what I'm going to show you. Game controllers. You see we have two controllers we have two controllers showing up in the controller options. You have X52 and 360. Since we mimicking the X52 to 360, we want to hide this. So this is where the hid hide comes in. You go to hid hide configurator, and this is what you have to do. Press add, and you have to find where, remember what I was saying before, where your hid hide is installed and where your 360 is installed. So look, you go to C, program files, right? Files, nefarious, where is this? Nefarious software, hid hide, and pick hid hide, and you pick hid hide client, and you add it, okay? Add hid hide client here. And also for 360, you go, remember where we install, put 360 program at? We put it right here on this D, and you also pick that. Why? Because it's going to let only these two programs go through, nothing else. Then you go to devices and you click. So check this out. You see how you have on the left side, you still have X52 Pro. Once you click hide, you see it disappears. And that's what we wanted, because we want Battlefield 6 and Battlefield 2042 to detect only 360 outputs. You see, so my 360 output is still working. You see that? That's because I let these programs go through in here. So it's very important. Let the program go through. Now that you have your button set up and everything's set up, check it out. What we do is we go to the game and we launch the game. Let's go. Let's launch the game. Okay, let's go. So this is the most important thing. I was trying to figure out why was I having problem when I'm in the game. Why am I having problems that my tank is rolling or my car is rolling and I'm running around and something's wrong. So this is what's wrong. Because think about it. Because we're now using the Xbox 360 controller. Battlefield 6 and Battlefield 2022 is only focusing on your Xbox 360 controller. And guess what? We only need to use the 360 controller for flying. We don't need to use it for walking. We don't need to use it for anything else. So you go to controller, you see how you have all these pick up and this? Well, we have to press each button to what we want it to do. But remember, edit settings. Remember that infantry, you're using Xbox 360 controller buttons. And transport, you're pretty much using 360 controller. And if you map these buttons, it's gonna start acting funky. So this is what I did. I go to helicopter. I go to all these settings, right? On foot, transport. I went on transport, and I unbinded everything. Where's walking, you know. Look at this. I unbinded this because there was look. Check this out. On helicopter. See, I unbinded a bunch of them, but you see L, R, like this. This is where I push my throttle forward or my joystick left one. I only unbinded these because these are the things in the helicopter, right? On the foot, when you have throttle forward, it will make you walk forward, you know. So you don't want that. So unbind. I would say take your time and unbind on everything. Unbind on infantry. Unbind on transport. Unbind on everything, and go to aircraft, and go to helicopter. This is how you bind them. Check this out. You go to helicopter. Let's go to aircraft, right? So we go to aircraft. We go to aircraft control. Unbind everything, and the way you unbind it, you click on it and you hold escape. So you unbind that. Now check this out. Remember, you're already using your 360, right? Now you're using 360. So if you push forward, see, it goes forward. If you push gas, it goes gas. See, if you hit a button like this, it goes, see? So this is what I'm talking about. On the menu, see, I didn't fully unbind everything, and now that I'm pressing something on a controller, it presses in the menu. So you gotta fully unbind it. I was too lazy. But check this out. This is what we do. Throttle up, right? Now that we binded everything in Xbox 360, throttle up, we go push throttle up, and so on and so forth. You know, for afterburners, I'm using this little button right here. I don't know, you probably can't see it, but I'm using this button right here for afterburners, you know. And just map everything out the way you want it. And then I'm gonna show you the last thing. Free look. Look at this. Free look up. Free look. The free look button. This is what I was telling you. Leave the three buttons A, B, or X off because you want it. You want free look to be as a button, not as anything joystick input. So this is what I'm talking about. You want the Y, B, and A to be left for head tracking. We're gonna go and install the head tracking right now, but it detects. What it does is the program only detects button. It doesn't detect joysticks like up, down, right? It doesn't detect button presses like this. It only detects buttons, so it wants only these buttons. So that's why I said leave them alone. Don't bind them to anything. Bind all the rest of these, but the Y, B, A, X, don't bind them, okay? Because you have enough buttons on this controller for everything else, you know. So bind. Have one button. This is so much harder because in my brain it's totally different. It's so easy, but I have to explain it to you guys, and I'm like translating. Okay, so bind Y and B to up and down, right, on the X52 controller. So look, the button Y, B, A. Put it separately and link it to the joystick. Link it to on X52. You see what I have? I have up and down. And then to enable free track, I have one button that's going up. That's it. Leave these buttons alone. Just map them and 360, but leave them alone. They're not used. Do not use these buttons in any of the helicopters inputs, right? So just go to free look and map this button. You see this? I mapped this button. That's it. Leave that. Map the rest of them, but don't use these up and down because we're gonna reuse the rest. We're gonna use for the program. Okay, so you have weapon zoom, map it again, and same thing. Go to aircraft, map the same thing. See, you go edit, and then same thing in an aircraft. Map him. Let's see, where is this? Free look. Yeah. Free look. Free look again, map it. So pretty much your inputs for helicopter and airplane should be identical unless you want it to be. But what I found out is I don't have time to remember different inputs for plane or different inputs for helicopter. So I just do all the inputs for helicopter and plane, all of them the same. You know, if I'm using throttle up this way for airplane, I'm not gonna put throttle up the other way. You know what I'm saying? So just map them the same. And now, if we go to the game, we'll be able to play a game flying. Go. Check this out. So remember I told you about this program that we have is FaceTrack IR. So let's go. I'm gonna open this in a new pane. We're gonna go. What you have to do is check this out. This folder right here, FaceTrack, right? You install all of this. Install this first one. Install the second one. You install 228, 223, 238, and 224. You install all of them. Then, once you launch that app, you launch face tracking. Check this out. On this folder, Battlefield 6 folder, you see there is a Battlefield 6 option right here, setting. So you go right here, you say load, and you locate the folder that you just put on your desktop, right, which says Yuri Battlefield 6 face tracking, and you use the Battlefield 6 for a setting for it. Okay, once you set it up, that's it, you're done. Now the way it works is I'm gonna have to turn off my camera to show you the way it works. So I'm just only gonna be recording with the screen. Short key. And you remember I told you don't use those Y and B buttons because we're gonna map it. Well, check this out. See, you go here, joystick. You pick the X360 joystick, and you pick button 4 and button 1. But the way you're gonna get your setup is you go and you check which button you use on your joystick, because I did it differently. You know, you mapped them differently. You might have used something else for button 4 and button 1. So you go to game controller. You go to here, and you go. You see, I'm pressing down, and it's 1. So I pick start, stop 1, and then 4. See, so you press on the button that you designated for this specific head tracking, and you test them out where they at. Okay, so 4. So now check this out. See, okay, we hit okay. That's it. So what this does, the center button is very important because sometimes you move your head a little bit this way, and the plane won't track it properly. So you hit the up and button, my button's up, and you will recenter your ugly face, right? So you click, and you click. Now you click start. You can copy my settings. You can copy my smoothness. I put it at 11. Mouse look settings. I'll show you. This is how I have it right here. This settings. This is how I have it right here. You see that? Filter settings. This is how I have it right here. And this is how I have it here. When you press load, this Battlefield 6 thing, the script right here, the profile, it will load most of these, but if it doesn't, you have the I just showed you. So now look what we do. Now we click start. Look at this. It's gonna grab my face right here. And you see how it's tracking my face? You see I'm moving left and it's moving left, moving right, I'm moving right. And this is why we did a hotkey, because we don't want always using this, right? So you see at the press of a button, see, I'm using it. Let's say I got on a plane. I don't need to use a mouse for anything else but flying. I'm using these joysticks right here, right? So I'm using the joystick, and the mouse button is not gonna work unless you press the specific button, free look. Remember I told you about free look button? Yes. So when you press the free look button, now you're looking around, right? And now if you hop out of the plane, you want to kill somebody and run on the ground, you press stop, and that's it. And you're game, and you're going hunting the guy down or whatever, or you're shooting. So this is how it works. I'm gonna show you. So your free look button is right there. Also, you guys, you know what I found out just a second ago? I was playing around. Is delete your mouse movement, because remember when you turn on this program right here, you're using the mouse movements, right? So look, I'm gonna turn it on. See, I'm using my mouse movements. Well, guess what? Your mouse movements are also controlling your plane if you use a mouse. So we gotta turn them off. Let's go. I'm gonna hit stop. So let's go and go to keyboard and mouse, vehicles, and we say aircraft, and we delete all the mouse movements. Keyboard, mouse, 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 mouse. Delete all this, pitch down, delete. This, delete. Delete all these, look up. Okay. Well, roll, pitch down, unbounded. Okay, I am bounded, unbounded. Free look. You don't need that because you're using free look for with the keyboard. I mean, with the joystick. Throttle up, unbounded. And make sure you unbound all these. Throttle up, move left, move right. Because man, this is crazy. Fire zoom button. You can use fire with whatever if you want on the mouse, but make sure helicopter. Let's go helicopter too, and let's unbind the. I'm gonna talk through through this camera. Unbind movements up, down, left, right, and mouse movements as well. Because if you turn on this head tracking thing, well, guess what? It's using the mouse to look around, and you're looking around and you're controlling the plane. So you don't want to do that. So let's go. Let's show you how I fly. So you know. So you get to see if it's worth it or not. Let's go, boys. Got one down. Let's go. One more, and let's go. Ah! I got you. Oh, he's dead. Meat, yo. That's how you do it, boys. Slow it down a little bit. We're gonna try to get this helicopter. And we're gonna shoot him. We're gonna shoot him with some bullets. I sacrificed myself for the greater good. But he was done. You saw that? I took him out with the rockets. Anyways, guys, this is me having fun. I enjoyed it. So to sum it up, this is what we're doing. We're using 360 emulator. We're using 360 emulator to emulate the HOTAS, to emulate Cytec X52 Pro, to link it with 360. So 360 is only showing up on Battlefield because Battlefield is stupid and they going forward, going backwards. And in 20-year-old game, they had support for HOTAS. Battlefield 2, you could just plug in any joystick and you'll be able to map it in the menu. Here, you have to use this program. I am very unhappy with that. But anyways, we're using this 360 emulator. We're using the hit hide to hide that X52 Pro, so the game only sees Xbox. You see that? It only sees Xbox. So if we click this button right here, it sees X52. That's why we're using this program to hide X52, so it doesn't see X52, you know? And the third program we're using is this program right here, is Face Track. And Face Track, like it says, it tracks your face, allows you to put it in mouse movements. You see it? So we game control. We can use free track. We're using mouse movement. We can use the flight simulator, Sim Connect, which allows you to, like, you know, go in and out and do a bunch of stuff. But we don't need that. We just need to look around, you know. And you can actually go as far as actually zooming in. Like when you get up, you get up in the plane. When you move, move forward, you move forward in the plane. But we don't need that. You can play around with it if you want, but we don't need it. We just do mouse movements, and all we do is click it, start with the mouse button, and then we use hotkeys to turn it off, turn it on in a game, and then we use center to center it. And that's it. This is the three program we use, and I literally just found out. I literally just found out right now, like 5 minutes ago, when I was having technical difficulties, that I'm flying around, and you know how I'm flying, and I'm using my head like this, and my plane is doing the same thing, and I'm like, well, what is going on? Then I thought about it, like, hey, the mouse movements are not unbind; they're not disabled in the. So you're using face tracking. What is that doing? It's doing your tracking your face with the mouse movement. So when you move left, your plane just goes left, you know? So unbind that. Unbind the mouse movements in the airplane. And that's it, because you only need your mouse movements to look around, blah blah blah. You don't need your mouse movements in the plane, because you're using the HOTAS and you're using uh, the face tracking for mouse movements. So that's it, man, guys. I hope you appreciate this, because I re-recorded so many things that I'm using my head and the knowledge I have in my head, which is not a lot, to transfer to you, and hopefully you get it. There will be some people that don't get it. It's okay. I'm not a teacher. So if you have a problem, I have a Discord. I'll post the link up over Discord. I'm gonna post up the files that you need to download to get this all going. And if you have problems, hit me up. But I created a video 2 years ago, and I helped a bunch of people out to enjoy flying back in Battlefield. I mean, yeah, you can fly with the mouse keyboard, but come on, mouse and keyboard? It's 2025. Yeah. So peace. Hit a like button if it helped you. Sorry it took so long. Like I said, it's a 40-minute video to an hour. But once you do it, you forget it, and you're gonna enjoy your life flying around and kicking ass. Peace.